Hi there and welcome to another SketchUp 2025 features video. We find ourselves today here with TomTom in a desert villa environment. And on behalf of Building Point SA, I want to invite you to look at a feature called the SketchUp Content Library. When you find yourself in an early stage of the design process, you might want to populate your model with some finishes, furniture, and exterior elements to liven up the model environment for your client to really liven themselves into the space that they want to build, that they want to occupy. And what we can do is by going to the 3D warehouse, if we are on the home environment, we can see that SketchUp now highlights their content library. So let's go to the SketchUp libraries. Don't be confused. In the beginning, it looks like there are no models and no materials available in these two collections. But this first collection is the 3D models collection. There's also all the models, all the materials, and all the environments that you can select. But let's start in the 3D models collection. The sub-collections of these highlight railing, office furniture, mechanical systems, bathroom and outdoor furniture, and door features. So there are some really great models here that you can, in the live component editor, you can change them up to become perfectly unique and suitable to your project. For now, we're going to start with some really simple models. If you hover over the thumbnail, you can actually see how the live component editor makes changes to the different versions that you can create. So quite easily, you can see and assess how the component editor will make changes to that specific model. Now, why I really enjoy this content library from SketchUp is not so much because I can use the live component editor. No, I really enjoy it because the level of detail of all of these components feels really consistent overall. And what do I mean by that? Well, I mean that by you selecting some of these elements, by you selecting these features, and let me go back to the start of my search. We go back to the SketchUp libraries and choose something else. What I mean is that everything that you select seems to have a level of detail. I'm going to go to the home appliances. Nothing like having your dryer in your garden. When you select these elements, the level of detail that SketchUp has chosen to use for these components, it feels like the level of detail of these assets is always sort of a 7 out of 10. And what I mean by that is there's a level of detail, there are some textures, there is some rounding on some objects, there is a little bit of detail. But the level of detail is not too much. And how that helps is we don't want in the conceptual and the schematic design phase for any specific object to draw too much attention to itself. It needs to be almost like a homogeneous display of all the features and fixtures together with nothing standing out too much on its own. That way the client won't be harping on or laser focusing on the one specific fixture, but rather gets an impression of the overall design. And that's where we want the client to make decisions before we can proceed to the more detailed drawing packs or even the production drawings. So here's our feature for today. Go to your 3D warehouse. On the home page, see the content library specifics for the SketchUp content library and go and discover some of these libraries for yourself. This video is brought to you on behalf of Building Point SA. They are the national distributor for SketchUp. If you have any more questions, please leave a comment below and they will certainly look at making more videos for the features of SketchUp 2025. If you specifically want a long-form content video, we will produce some workflow videos and hopefully a webinar towards the end of March or the start of April. Thank you for your time and all the best.